Hi guys, it's SoulStar, aka NEENEESWORLD, Divine Feminine. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, then welcome to my channel. I'm wanting to put out this, I guess, broadcast during my purging right now. As you can tell, I'm not in a very high vibration at all, and the last thing I want to do is spread low vibrations. However, I've been guided by my higher self, SoulStar, that I need to be more. I mean, I'm an open book anyway, as you guys know, and but whenever I go through my really deep ascension or deep healing, purging and clearing, I end up taking a step back from YouTube and social media as part of my healing. And even though I know I'll still continue to do that sometimes, like I haven't posted in about 2 weeks because I've been going through some really intense ascension. I mean, you can tell I have no makeup on, you can tell I've been crying, literally, no sleep, my hair's a mess, I haven't got a bra on. The only thing that's helped me right now is my higher self, my baby Zach doll, really great connection with King Nick, and I've got my humidifier with lime essential oil on for uplifting and soothing. I've got my candles, my beautiful plant family, which some of these are new and some of this is a present from my twin flame Soul Deep. And yeah, it's just, these are plants that this is a plant I've had since gosh, the dawn of time, that my twin flame Soul Deep gave to me, like I think over a year ago now. Yeah, literally over a year ago. And I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys that I know that you're struggling right now. I mean, a lot of us twin flames are. I'm really worried about those candles, so I might just blow them out 1 second. Thank you, candles, for always burning bright. Thank you, candles, for the divine love and light. Thank you, candles, for the positive energies that be. Thank you, candles, for always loving, guiding and protecting me. I think I've just burnt the top of that, so that's fantastic. Yay! But this is real shit, guys. This is real shit. I know we're all struggling a lot, and a lot of us divine feminines especially have been a few weeks ago we were in a space where it was like, okay, I love this person unconditionally, I've grown into that love for a long time, and I am finally just doing stuff for myself, and I'm going traveling, and I'm quitting jobs I hate, and I'm making my own businesses, and I'm going after everything I want, because we've stagnated and delayed our own happiness so much because we were just focused so much on the other person. I know a lot of us have been going back and forth with being in really good vibrations and then medium vibrations, and only purging like occasionally when there's a new moon or etc. And now obviously the 999 portal happened. Like, it's now September, which is also my twin flame, or who I perceive to be my twin flame, Zach Soul Deep Drummond. Like, wow, I've never said his full name. Oh shit. Okay. Wow, my throat chakra's open. I've never said his full name on here before. Fuck. Wow. It's also my twin, who I perceive to be my twin's birthday month, so it's been very hard because I've wanted to continue to respect him and to respect his space and his own journey. And every part of my being wanted to reach out and be like, oh my gosh, happy birthday. I love you. I hope everything's going well. I hope you're healing yourself. Like, you know, I wanted to say so many things. And we haven't spoken in 9 months because he hasn't wanted to speak to me for 9 months. Well, I know he's wanted to speak to me, but you know what I mean. He hasn't physically spoken to me in 9 months. I guess technically 8 months, because this happened in January, our separation, and it was my birthday in February, on February the 13th, and he hadn't spoken to me for, yeah, about a month, and that was the hardest. Actually, no, yeah, I don't know, I mean, I was going to say that was the hardest, but then I'm remembering even like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I was still trying to kill myself because I couldn't accept, like, I can, you know, that's when I was in the space of, I can't breathe without you, I can't breathe without you, like literally crying on the floor, panting, pleading, crying to the universe. I died so many times. And something always ended up bringing me back, and I revived and would find myself in the bathroom after passing out, and my head would be banged and sore, and just so much shit, that he had messaged me on my birthday after not speaking to me for a month, saying, like, at the time I perceived it, in my ego, perceived it to be a really cold-hearted text at the time. Because obviously I was more in the feminine side of, in the ethereal realms, the higher realms, the 5D realms. Like, can't you just get back on the love train? Can't you just see all this love and forget about the ego and pride and all the logical reasons, blah, blah, blah. I'm smiling about it now because I can. And he had messaged me just a really short text out of character, like out of his character, like not him at all, just being like, hi, I know I shouldn't message you. So you can already tell the kind of space he was in. The fact the first line is, I know I shouldn't message you, and in my eyes I'm like, you can message me non-stop, like, I love you, be with me. Like, this is when I was really desperate. Obviously I'm not like that now. Wow, I'm proud of myself. No more codependency. But he had messaged me saying, you know, I know I shouldn't message you, but happy birthday, and I hope, you know, you get everything you want, and I hope you can learn how to focus on yourself and all this stuff. And I remember at the time, in February, this was only a month after the separation, and I was with my twin for 2 and a bit years. I remember it fucking killed me. It killed me because I was like, how can I focus on me when you're my insides, like soul deep, like you're my insides. Literally, you are my insides. You are every single part of me, and I can't breathe without you. I can't do anything without you. So I remember when I first read that message, it upset me, it killed me. First, the fact it had gone a month without, and I thought he would only take 2 or 3 days to have space and get back to me, which he didn't. And then it was like, oh, it gets to my birthday and I have to spend that day alone. And even though I don't celebrate my birthday and he doesn't, we would never celebrate our birthdays. But then when we got together, it was like, okay, we'll make it a really intimate day, just full of fun, just for us two. And I know I'd manifested not, I know I just saw someone behind me. There's a lot of angels here. And also I've moved into a new studio. And the whole energy here is so different as well. And I'm looking at a different view, and I just moved out of the room that, I mean, it was pretty much soul deep, my twin's room, like, all his energy's there and stuff like that. And I was saying goodbye to that room and crying so much, like happy tears, grateful tears, that I'm even still alive. Like, I didn't think I'd make it past January, because as you guys know, I've tried to kill myself so many times in this lifetime, literally over 200 times. But in the last 6 to 7 months, oh my gosh, I tried to see my throat chakras, like, I tried to kill myself so many times when I wouldn't hear from him, but then I'd hear from him spiritually, but then I wouldn't see him, and then I'd try and plead to him and write him letters. Like, every time we'd argue, and I would storm off in my ego and pride, he would always chase me down. He would always chase me down the canal, or sit outside in his car for 6-7 hours until I wake up, or like always get me to get back into the love side of things and drop the pride and drop the ego, and I'd always give him the opportunity to do that. So then when it came to my turn of being like, oh, finally I get to chase him and show him my love and make him feel my love, like Adele says, oh my gosh, I can feel my twin holding their hand on my back right now. Are you fucking kidding me? I love you too. I'm proud of you too. I know there's going to be some people watching this thinking she's fucking crazy. What the fuck is she talking about? And there's no one here. But there is. Like, my twin, I can literally feel my twin holding my back right now. Like, wow. You're pushing yourself, Nene. You're just being completely open and raw. Like, I'm putting this video out even though I know I'm saying so many different things right now, because my emotions are all over the place. Because I'm purging. And I'm basically putting this out so that you guys can see that just because you see healers, whether they're tarot readers or motivational speakers or whoever, everyone goes through fucking shit. Everyone goes through shit all the time. And sometimes we're just so good and so clever at putting this massive mask up and hiding it, that sometimes we end up convincing ourselves that we're happy and we're not. And it's okay to purge, and it's okay to cry, and it's okay to heal, and it's okay to cry in front of someone, and it's okay to be upset, and it's okay to make changes, and it's okay to move on, and it's okay to move forward, and it's okay to just focus on you. And I'm so grateful for Soul Deep. I'm so grateful for who I perceive to be my twin flame, or the person that triggered me in all these ways, because I wouldn't be who I am now. I wouldn't have been pushed to actually like myself and accept myself. I wouldn't have been pushed to actually understand that I can save myself and I don't have to depend on anyone else. I wouldn't have even gotten into crystals like I have, like right now, in the way I have. I wouldn't have been brave enough to start doing my tarot readings and all my healing work, and remembering that I've always been a healer in this life and in so many other lives, because there was so much I was still distracting myself and delaying myself by just focusing everything on that person. And I'm putting this out there because it's like, all these synchronicities have been happening recently, where I felt the person who I believed to be my twin, Soul Deep, who, if you guys have been following me for a while, you would see it in all my old videos, or majority of my videos, in my introduction or in my description. It's like, my divine counterpart is Soul Deep. And I only changed that, I think, in the last 3 videos or something, where I was like, my divine counterpart is myself, because the more and more I go through this journey, it's like, it all comes back to me. It all comes back to me, as within, so without. But I've been seeing so many synchronicities, and I've been feeling my twin energy coming through more and more, like more than usual, like way more than usual. Like, I've been seeing their name pop up, like on a boat that I haven't seen in months. Wow, you're really rubbing my back. See, it's crazy because I know my twin's like right here. I can feel him spiritually touching me, but you guys can't physically see it with your human eyes, but with your third eye you can. And it's like, this whole journey is so intense, but their energy's been coming through more than the norm. With like their names appearing on boats, doppelgangers coming around, that literally, like, the most doppelganger-esque person ever, like, coming around. Like, people who I used to see when we first went into separation, I was healing, like, so profoundly. Like, that's when I was just dying and was suicidal and so depressed, because I literally wouldn't leave my room for like 2 months. And any time I would leave my room, it would just go for a walk, and I'd always see this person that looked like my twin's dad and had the same energy and everything. And I haven't seen them in about 7 months, and all of a sudden they started appearing again, and I was like, what? And then even the company, because I used to work in the same company as my twin, and as I've been moving all my stuff, I started seeing all these visions of the memories that I had at the office, not just with my twin, but myself. And SoulStar, my higher self, was reminding me of this office. And then yesterday, I literally go outside, and I see someone who looks like an old sales manager. That's my twin's manager, as far as I knew up until January, because once again, I don't know anything physically about their life, because they are so private. Like, when you're in their life, you know everything. But when you're not in their life, like, you can't find anything on the internet. You can't find anything. You can't find anything. Like, so I have no idea. Up until now, I'm still mourning, clearly. But, like, I've been mourning so many things. Like, so many of us twins have been mourning so many things. Like, not just from our twin and the death of the relationship, or the old paradigms, or the old ways we were thinking, our inner child issues, our own blocks, everything. I've been mourning so much, like we all have. And up until yesterday, I didn't know if my twin was alive. Like, genuinely didn't know that he was alive. Yeah. But now I found out that he is, so I'm so happy that that he's alive and he still works at the same company. And basically I saw what I perceived to be the old manager, or his old manager, and I knew it wasn't him. But as soon as I saw this guy, I was like, oh my gosh, that's, I'm not going to say his name, but that's so-and-so. And I felt the whole energy, and I was like, wait, why am I thinking about this company? And why am I thinking about my twin's sales manager? And why am I, like, why are you showing me this? I was like asking my higher self, and the angels, like, why are you showing me this? All this stuff about this company intensely in the last 2 to 3 days. And then I see this person that looks like the sales manager yesterday morning. And then in the evening, I'm guided to go and sit downstairs in my reception, because I live in a co-living space, if you guys didn't know. So there's like 500 rooms, spa, cinema, sauna, games room, library, like restaurants, like there's everything here, so you never have to leave here. And it's synchronistic and ridiculous, because I came here to deal with a first breakup years ago, and then I've stayed here, and now I was gonna leave originally when the separation happened, because it was too hard to stay here. And then I ended up finding comfort in the pain, because then it was like, oh my gosh, this is the last place that he was lying on my bed, and you know, all of that stuff. So yeah, you can see my inner child's like, oh, I've got to stay now, the pain's too good, like, you know, all of those phases that you go through where it's like, I need to just leave and escape. And then other times they're like, oh my gosh, I want to be surrounded by everything that they had. Like, you go through all those phases. And I've never sat downstairs in the reception at this working desk that loads of people sit and work at on their laptops, because there's so many entrepreneurs and stuff here. I've never sat there in 2 fucking years that I've been here. I've never sat on this desk ever. And I was so tempted to stay in my room the whole day, because I wasn't feeling great, and I was doing so much admin. Like, I've been learning how to transmute my energy so quickly. Like, even with this purging you're seeing now, after this, I know I'll transmute, I'll go outside in nature, and then I'll just be like, you know what? It is what it is, and I'll just get on with it. I'll go straight back into the masculine, logical mind of being like, yeah, just got to get on, just get on. Because sometimes the feminine energy, yeah, is too overwhelming, which I know why the masculines fight it so much. But then it's also like, okay, I'm clearing, I'm purging when I'm guided to, and then it's like, okay, now get on with the rest of your life. So I was guided to sit down at this desk that I've never sat at in 2 freaking years. And I sit down there for literally like 20 minutes. And within the first 2 minutes of sitting down, there's a beautiful soul that comes over wearing the blue colour, throat chakra colour, my twin's favourite colour, the whole thing, and comes over and starts befriending me and talking to me. And they've just moved in, and I'm in business admin mode, but then I see that I felt their energy approaching me, and I was like, okay, they're a high vibration, they're deep, they're spiritual. Let me have a nice high vibrational conversation. This is great, connecting, like, you know, your vibe attracts your tribe. And I have been on a very high vibration majority of the time. I've been going through some really deep ascension as well, but that's going to be a whole separate video. I'm going to talk about if any of you have experienced phantom pregnancies like I have, and ascension symptoms that it feels like you're almost like, it feels like you're dying a lot of the time, or it feels like it's like you can physically and consciously be aware that you're doing stuff in other realms and other dimensions. Like, it's so trippy. So I'm sitting down there, this guy befriends me, and I know that they're talking to me because they had to keep me there, because I would have automatically just gone upstairs. Like, after like 10-20 minutes, I would have just gone upstairs, and they kept me talking there for like 25 minutes. And literally, I just feel this energy come in. And I look up straight away. I just saw an angel. Hi, angels. I look up, and straight away I see this guy that I know and I haven't seen in 2 years. And as soon as he walks in, I see the whole thing. He walks in and he directly looks in my direction. It's like he knows I'm there. And sorry, it's because I keep seeing angels and stuff behind me. That's why I keep moving my head like that. So I keep seeing, what am I saying? I'll keep seeing angels. See what I mean? I'm in so many realms right now. I'm trying to remember what I'm saying in this one. I look up, I see him, he comes in and he directly looks at me. And it's such an overwhelming feeling, because I'm like, wow, I'm so excited to see this guy. This friend that I haven't seen in like 2 years. And then it's like, my ego's like confused, like, what? How are you here? What? Like, what? Why are you here? What? I don't think he would mind me saying his name, Freddie. And I see him and I'm just like, I literally run over to him and I hug him and I'm just like, oh my gosh, Freddie, what are you doing? Like, I was so excited and so confused because I haven't seen this guy in 2 years, and the last time I saw him, he left the company that I was working in with my twin to go off to a different country, and I wasn't expecting to ever see him again, really, apart from on Instagram, which I haven't been on Instagram because I've been going through all this depression and healing and and then trying to find myself and wanting to just be in hermit mode a lot of the time. So we're overexcited, and then I'm like, and then it hits me and I start crying as I'm hugging him because I'm like, oh my gosh, I saw the visions of in the last 24 hours of the company I was working for. And then I see my twin sales manager, who's also Freddie's sales manager, that day. And then he comes in and I sit down at this desk for the first time ever because I was guided to, because I had to sit there in order to be there for when he walked in, where he directly looks at me and I see him. And it's like, boom, another connection, another thing that's coming in from my twin after all these messages and synchronicities. It's like, wow, it almost feels like my twin sent Freddie to my building. And then it's like overwhelming and I'm confused, and I spent hours talking to him yesterday about, one, checking if my twin's even still alive, and two, being like, you know, I just opened up. I opened up about the whole fucking story because me and my twin have been, like, our relationship was secret. Like, no one knew about it for like 2 and a bit years. Like, no one knew about it. For so many reasons that I won't go into right now, even though I was pushing a lot of the time for it to be open and being like, come on, let's just, like, who cares that we're together? That's a whole other thing, because obviously it's like I've been told in so many ways that my twin has found my YouTube channel, so it's like I want to make sure that even though I'm saying my truth, I also want to be respectful of, like, knowing how comfortable or uncomfortable they're going to be even now for this whole process of what we've gone through. But it was like, I'm struggling because I've been trying to really focus on myself. I have been, finally, and I thank my twin so much for that, and I thank my twin so much. Like, I'm so grateful for everything, because it's like, I love myself now because of my twin. I accept myself now because of my twin. I'm pushing myself to do things I've always wanted to do, like actually taking the risk, quitting jobs I hate, spending time on building up loads of different businesses online and everything, and helping heal the collective, and pushing myself out my comfort zone, all because of my twin. Like, I'm finally speaking my truth and starting to do song covers and take myself on holidays and stuff, all because of my twin, because everything they wanted and tried to do with me in our 3D relationship that they struggled to get me to do, they had to push me into this separation. They had to push me to be by myself so I could face myself. So I am who I am today because of my twin, and I love him so much and I missed him. I know I'm in the unconditional love where I just want him to be happy within himself and financially abundant and clear out all his blocks and everything. And I'm sure you guys are used to seeing my affirmations. I normally have affirmations all over, but I literally just moved into this space a day ago, so I haven't put the affirmations up yet. But I used to have affirmations that were about me and my twin soulmate, we're together, blah blah blah, in 3D and 5D, and then I took them down after, because like, this used to be a shrine. Like, this used to be a complete and utter shrine, and even though 1 or 2 of his things are still there, it was a complete and utter shrine. He used to have all of his stuff, all his presents that he bought me, and it used to have every single affirmation was, I'm in a twin flame relationship with Saudi, 3D, 5D, we're reconnecting now, blah blah blah, they're letting go of their heartbreak and they're coming to, like, all of those things. And after like 6 months, I kept on being told, okay, you've done enough manifestations to, like, create this twin flame union for like thousands of lifetimes. You don't need to work anymore on that. Just focus on you, just focus on you. And then I finally started accepting, like, oh my gosh, my twins always tried to help me, and because they were able to say focus on you after only a month and cut me off cold turkey, like when I used to talk to my twin literally like 17 times a day, morning, noon and night. Every night we used to have like a 2-hour conversation every single night. We used to see each other 5-6 days a week. Like, it was so hard for me to deal with the fact that he could just not talk to me, like, just all of a sudden, like, not talk to me. It fucking, like, you guys know, it fucking killed me. I didn't think I would still be alive right now. And the fact that I'm actually still alive, like, I'm so grateful. Because the amount of suicide attempts I've tried only this year, like, is so crazy. And it was just another reason why I know that I'm meant to be here for a reason. I'm meant to do so much more than I realised, because how is it that every single time I try and commit suicide, something stops me? Like, a voice comes in, someone saves me. The amount of times I have literally passed out from pills or banging my head or cutting myself, and I've literally woken up hours later, like some angel has literally come and revived me and been like, no, she can't die. We have to bring her back. We have to bring her back, like, literally. So, it's like I finally started focusing on me. But this is why I'm putting this out there, because I know that even when us twin flames, divine feminine or divine masculine, whoever you are, whatever label you want to give yourself or don't give yourself, I know sometimes it's so hard to not feel completely and utterly guilty, which is what I'm trying to process right now, because as I told you guys many times, I've waited for my twin in so many other lifetimes when he's once again left, and I've literally stayed and waited for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and some of those lifetimes he's never come back, and I've gone through all this past life regression, and I've had to relive all of that, and I had to relive all that pain. And then when it came to this one, I told you guys, like, I didn't even think I'd make it past January or February. And I also didn't think that he would be able to go 9 months without speaking to me. And then it got to the point where I was like, okay, that's the last suicide attempt that hopefully I'll make in this lifetime. Because it literally has been 26 years of suicide attempts. It's not just with my twin. Please don't get it twisted. So when I finally accepted, like, okay, I need to just be more grateful for everything I have, which up until recently has just been me. And I locked myself in my room for months and didn't talk to anyone for months. And I've just been focusing on healing. And then I was like, I don't want to become bitter. I don't want to be even more closed up. I don't want to have even more mental, emotional, spiritual blocks to stop me from receiving love and happiness, abundance in so many other forms. Because part of this twin flame journey is to realise that, one, the most love you can get is from yourself, and that you're divine and you create your own reality. And two, it's that it's the 3D union is just like, you're lucky if you get that. Like, yes, it's something to look forward to, but you're lucky if you get that. The main goal is to be completely whole within yourself, and to also understand that if you limit yourself to only receiving certain love from one person, there are so many other opportunities that are just literally just sitting there waiting for you right in front of you, and you're just delaying your own happiness. And I've been focusing on that more and more and more each day over the last like 2-3 months, of realizing, like, this is all an illusion. We all create everything in our reality we create, and it's just about how long you're going to delay your next scene coming in, because this is all a TV show, it's a movie. How long are you going to delay the next happy scene from coming into your life? So I've worked so hard on myself, like all the times I've had off, I've worked so hard on myself for not only healing my inner child and healing myself, and learning what unconditional love is and what real divine love is, and that love is freedom, and that my twin is allowed, and I'm happy and privileged and proud of my twin for going off and being by themselves and looking after themselves and really addressing themselves, which I hope they're actually doing. And even if they're not, and even if they are just pretending to still like just focus on money and career and suppressing their emotions, whatever their journey is, I'm still so proud of him, because I got over the hurt factor of like, but you're doing this without me. Like, I got over that, because love is freedom. And I love my twin. I love Soul Deep. I love this divine love partner. I love this experience. I love everything about him. He's teaching me stuff even now. Like, I know I'm teaching him stuff now, and it's like, there's so many parts of me that are just like, when I saw my friend yesterday, I was like, what does that mean? Does that mean that my twin's coming back to me now? Is this just a test, a challenge to see how I'm going to react? Is it to see how I'm still, if I act like Nini, are you still going to keep focusing on yourself and your own pentacles and your own happiness? Or are you going to suddenly just forget all about that and then just start focusing on this one person again and blah, blah, blah? And part of me focusing on myself has been to stay open, because I didn't want to become bitter and even more closed up than I was before. I wanted to stay open, and I've managed to stay open, and I've created all these new connections. And sometimes I find myself smiling and laughing and joking, and I'm like, wow, I'm so proud of myself. Like, I'm here, I'm actually alive, I'm not trying to commit suicide, I'm actually laughing, I'm actually smiling. Like, life can actually be good, like, with even when there's a certain person that's not there. Like, wow. And then other times it's like, oh my gosh, I feel so fucking guilty that I'm smiling and that I'm happy and that I'm going on holiday and that I'm doing all these things, and I can feel my twins' pain, and they're still in their 3D paradigm, but they're still working the same job, but they're still miserable, and they're still pretending that none of this happened because they can't even face it. So it's like, the guilt factor is what I'm really struggling with right now, and I know so many of you are struggling with the same, because everything in life is about balance, the duality, the yin yang, and it's so hard. Like, even now my head is overwhelmed, like I've got such a big headache, because it's like, I know I shouldn't feel guilty, but I do. Every single part of me feels guilty. Like, and I don't know if that's just the innate nature of the feminine energy, just always wanting to give and make everyone happy, like I did with my twins so much, or if it's just me, or I don't know. But it's like, I feel so incredibly guilty for even going to Glasgow and going to Barcelona and changing my jobs multiple times, or not continuing to chase him every single fucking day. But then the other half of me is like, but you need to focus on you, but you need to love you, but you have one life to live. You may never see this person again, even if they are really your twin. Like, they may never do the work they need to do in order for you guys to come together, and all this stuff. So I just wanted to put this raw video of me literally just jumbling multiple emotional outbursts, because it's like, I know so many of you are not only going through this, but a lot of the time you guys see and watch these readings from many different spiritual healers, and you get the impression that they're all put together and everything's fine and dandy, and it's like, no, we're going through the same exact shit. It's just, we have different ways of transmuting energies, and we have that strength within us because we have been healers in many lifetimes, and because we have a job to do. Like, my service to the world is to help heal you guys, and I've had to go through all this pain, and I'll have to continue going through so much pain in order to experience it, so then you guys know that I really understand where you're coming from, because I couldn't speak on something and help you heal something if I hadn't gone through it myself. Like, I've had to go through all this darkness to understand it, overcome it, and help you guys as well. But when I've taken time off, it's because it's like, shit, I really need to just be me. Like, the energies I pick up from everything is so overwhelming sometimes, and sometimes it's too much to put out a video and then deal with the aftermath straight away, because I love connecting with you guys and talking to you guys, and we've created such an amazing community on here, and I love speaking to you guys in the comments, and I love when you guys open up and share your stories, and it's so heartwarming, and it's like, wow, I really have found my real soul tribe, and I love you all so much. But just like any other person, and just like you, there'll be times when you're dealing with stuff and purging and clearing, that you realise, like, damn, I shouldn't be at work right now, or I can't be around people right now, because I just need to, like, clear out all of this darkness first. And I just want you guys to know that it's okay that you have confusing and conflicting emotions when it comes to focusing on you and trying to do stuff just for you, and accepting that you love this person unconditionally, but they have their own journey and you have yours, and if you're meant to come together, then you will. but then you also feel incredibly guilty at the same time, because those overwhelming droughts of guilt, it does come in. And sometimes it comes in from us, and other times it's because we feel our twins' guilt because they haven't spoken to us, or they have just been focusing on A, B and C rather than D, E and F that's right here. It's like both sides feel this guilt, like back and forth again and again, until eventually, hopefully you'll clear it out and you'll realise that, one, it is what it is, which my twin always used to say, and two, that as long as you focus on building up your own light, shining your own light and being your most authentic self, the more and more you do that, any confliction from ego and pride and old paradigms and old ways of thinking and guilt, it will start falling away. Because if you're doing everything in your power to make yourself happy, then you have to trust that your twin or this person is doing the same. And if they're not, then that's part of their own journey. And one of the hardest things is, as I said in, I think, the Divine Masculine interview, one of the hardest things to accept in this journey is that you can't save the people that you want to save the most. It can't always be you to save them, because majority of the time, if not all the time, people have to save themselves. So it's also letting that go, letting go of the fact that you can't be the one that saves them, you can't be the one that helps them ascend, you can't be the one that gets them into their heart space physically, like, all the time. Yes, it will still be part of you helping them get there, but that might be them reminiscing on you in 5 years' time and then realising, whoa, that person really loved me. Shit, now my heart's finally starting to open. I wonder where they are. So, wow, this is such a mess. To be honest, I don't really know what I've just dribbled on about. I know that even when I'm connecting with other people on deep soul levels, or I'm opening up to other people and I'm having conversations, or I'm making plans with other people, because only recently have I started to actually push myself out there to actually talk to other outsiders. Even sometimes when I'm out by myself having fun or with other people, I feel so fucking guilty that I haven't just sat and waited my whole life again for this person, but because I know I've done it so many times. And I got to like 7 months and I was like, I can't just sit and physically wait for you, because one, I would just be stagnating my own happiness, and two, I wouldn't even be doing what you wish, because you want me to be happy, you want me to focus on myself, and if I just sit and physically wait for you, that's not me doing either of those things. Because you have to become the greatest version of yourself, and sometimes it's letting people go that you love the most in order to do that, hoping and trusting in the universe that when you guys are a better vibrational match, that you guys will come back together. So yeah, I'm just gonna, I guess I'll upload this video. If it resonates, it resonates. I'm just being really completely and utterly raw, like always. But I don't normally put up videos of me just openly purging without being like, hey guys, this is a tarot reading for twin flames or Aquarians or Virgos or Cancerians. Like, on top of that, there's so much ascension going on right now, and the 999 portal just happened, so abundance is coming in like that. Massive changes are coming in like that, and the ascension symptoms have also been playing a part in how much we're changing and how much we're feeling completely depleted and exhausted and emotionally drained, and like so many things just aren't resonating, and how much we've suddenly just got this overwhelming drive for like focus on building, because the time is now. So it is important to try and focus on the stuff you want and the positivity and the high vibration, because the time really is now. There's so many big changes happening, and so many twins are elevating themselves so much, and it's so beautiful, and so many of them are going into union again, not just with themselves but with each other. And some of you are dealing with more than one divine counterpart. Some of you are dealing with 2 twins or 2 soulmates or 2 divine loves, and you're going through all that confusion of but I love this person, I waited for them, but they're still not here, but now I found this connection with someone else and I love them too, but what's going on? I don't know, and so many of you guys are dealing with that too. So I just want to send you all my love, so much love. I'm sorry I look like a complete mess, but this is like the real me crying and purging and clearing. I'm going to sage like crazy after this video, and I'm going to go downstairs and walk in nature by the canal and finally eat something because I'm hungry. I'm hungry as fuck. And I'm sending you all so much love. Please be real. Please be honest with yourself. And please address your own emotions on a daily basis when they come up, because they're telling you something. And I love you, and you will make it through anything that comes your way. I promise you. I promise you, you'll make it through anything that comes your way. And I completely left my job, as I said to you, that video in Scotland. I left the job that no longer resonates with me, and I'm just focusing on building up my own businesses, and I'm taking risks, and I'm trusting the universe that everything I want I already have, and I'm just clearing out all the masks and the delays and the blocks in order to actually let it come in. So I'm sending you all much love and strength and power. You can achieve anything you want in life, and don't let anyone, not even your twin, fucking tell you different. You can do anything you want in life, I promise you. And yeah, if you guys want any tarot readings, mental health counselling, Reiki, and all the other services I provide when I am in a high vibration and I'm balanced, everything will be in the description down below. And don't forget to subscribe and like on the video and share on Facebook to connect with all the other twins and people that you know are suffering. I'm finally going to open a Facebook page. Woohoo! And also, I just listed my place on Airbnb. So once I've settled all this stuff in, if you guys want to come and stay at my Airbnb, then feel free. Wow, I love you guys so much. Much love from you, from me, and from baby Zach. Namaste, guys. I love you. Stay strong, stay smiling. Bye.